Whoa, this property has taken me by surprise. I mean, country charm does not begin to describe how incredibly beautiful it is. These are 4-bedroom villas built, right across this spectacular hills. I mean, if the view is anything to go by, this is amazing. So I can't wait to see how the inside looks. Come, let's have a look.
Hi Terrace.
Hi Renu, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm stunned.
Yes? Did you have a look at the entire thing, or do you have something left for me to show you?
First of all, I was just saying in the car how surprised I was, how the property took me by surprise. I mean, I knew it was stunning because I'd looked at it, at some of the photographs, but just driving in, it's like, where am I?
It's not a very long drive either, right?
No,
just
no.
right out of the city.
And there's no traffic today.
Yeah, good. You got me on a good day. Otherwise, you'd probably be stuck.
Oh wow. Oh, so tell us a little bit about the property. I mean, I love the ceilings, the flooring, really warm and beautiful as well. Just tell us a little bit about the villas.
So these are located just outside of Athi, as you have seen. The finishes of the house actually were designed to give the whole villa a sense of like modern country home. So we wanted to go with a country house, but also make it feel a little modern for somebody who's just coming out of the city and wants that modern finish. So the tiling that you see in the living room is actually matte wood finish. So it's actually not wood, it's a wood finish. It adds to the ambience of the room because it's very warm, it's not a heavy dark texture. So we wanted to go with something subtle so that it's not the attention of the viewers not going down on the flooring. And of course in the living room you see the double height living area. And the tiling that you see, the ceiling that you see up there is actually called TNG ceiling. It's a wood finish as well, of course, to go with the whole country home theme. But at the same time, it has actually a very important reason why it was designed that way.
Right.
So the reason being that the house is supposed to be sort of a all year round kind of, for somebody maybe who wants to have a vacation home or just somebody leaving out of the city. So because of the wood element, the insulating effect of the house is very can be felt very well in winter, so you feel very warm inside. But at the same time, it's not heavy wood, so the roofing is not very heavy, and so in summer it's actually quite cool. So you might have noticed when you came in.
Yeah, because it was so hot outside, and when we came in, it's just like a completely different area,
exactly,
so to speak. And the windows, I mean, the light and just how big they are, I think really, just gives that extra touch.
So that was quite intentional as well, because we wanted like natural sunlight coming in. I mean, for somebody who's lived in a city very long, you miss the sunlight, you miss that whole being out in daylight. So the point of having the windows and of course the sliding doors and having access to the outdoor was to make it feel a little outdoorsy, but at the same time you have a feel of a home. Yeah. So we find that families that don't want to, live in a typical setting in the city in an apartment or a townhouse that's very congested, there's traffic all around, there's not very nice views also in the city anymore. So the idea is for the dweller that would come and stay here to have that country feel. Again, I keep going back to the country feel because it really does feel like it's a country home. And so you have plenty of sunlight, and so the patio and the garden space that you've mentioned is designed specifically so that kids can also have that outdoor experience. So they're not shut down in the house all day. You want kids to go out and play and have fun, So it's really a home where kids can grow up.
Yeah. Speaking of home and, just looking at the open plan, style that you have, what this means for a family.
The whole point of having an open plan space like this with the living and the dining and the kitchen kind of tying in together is because we wanted to break down that monotonous feel of everybody living their own kind of separate lives in the same house. It's a very nice communal space. It brings together that sense of family rather than having the traditional walls and structure that you would have in a villa.
Show me the kitchen.
You're welcome, come around. So I mean,
stunning.
Absolutely. So the first thing that you notice, of course, is the space, right? So it's very spacious, very tidy looking, like you actually want to keep the place tidy. And so we went with a high gloss granite finish. The whole idea being that it should match with, of course, the rest of the elements in the design. And then, of course, on the sink side, we have an installed under sink heater, which we don't really find many apartments and villas having for whatever reason. But we felt the need to have that installed in the villa for the users. And so it also comes fitted with of course the oven, and I mean no kitchen is complete without the baking, right? So this is kind of what we went with, very nicely matching with the black and the red and what we have. And of course the tiling, very important, so we wanted to make it look very warm and homely and very traditional. So this is one part of the house that we've left very traditional, aside from the open plan and the finishes. And the whole idea was to make it feel that warm, cozy feel is why we've gone with this kind of tiling.
Oh, I love it. And I really love this finish as well, which is very different.
Yeah, so this is also the wood finish. This is the wood finish. We didn't do very glossy, the high laminate kind of things that we see, because again, we wanted to keep with the theme of the modern country. But so you'll see around the house that we have these elements in little details. So in all the details, we have this country element showing up right
I can't wait to see the rest of the house.
Come along. So this here is the master bedroom.
Whoa!
Amazing view, right?
Amazing, and it's huge as well.
It is. So basically, we would expect maybe somebody to have a couch in that corner, have a little nice place to have coffee or whatever. So what you notice, I mean, the first thing you come into the master is the balcony size, right? It's a massive balcony, and that was intentional, because we felt that the balcony should be enjoyed. And so if you wanted to have some deck chairs outside, or to have like a nice little couch or something comfortable that you just want to be out at night staring out into the sky, whatever, it's a really nice space to like.
All the bedrooms are en suite?
All the bedrooms are en suite. Of course, the master being the master, we have decided that in the design space in the bathroom we'll have a tub. So we've accommodated a tub and a shower cubicle, whereas in the rest of the rooms, of course, we have just the shower cubicle and the bassinet.
And I love it's like a little secret wardrobe, but very clean as well. So when you get in, you actually just enjoy the bed and the bedroom, and the storage is tucked away somewhere.
That was exactly what we wanted the person to feel, is that the focus is on the room, right? So you want to enjoy the room. It's a space to come and relax and rest and just have some downtime. But the closet space, of course, you want to have enough storage, which is why it's very functional. It's very full-length wardrobes in all the rooms. So we didn't want to have a separate area where the focus is overly on the walk-in. So that's how the design came out, and I'm pretty happy with it. What do you think?
I love it. I need to move in like tomorrow.
Yes.
Here we have the terrace.
Whoa, this is huge. It's amazing because the whole space can be used for so many different things. I mean, you can have your deck chairs out here, you can have a barbecue, a private barbecue, you can have, you know, the kids up here playing rather than being outside. It can really be used for a lot of spaces. We see some of the residents, you know, using this for a gazebo space as well. So really a good, you know, it's as good as an idea that you get. You can use the space for whatever you want. And of course, I mean, there's always the sun. So it's perfect for getting some nice sun.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Well, Renu, I just love how green it is. I mean, we're in the middle of Machakos. We always think, not middle of, but the assumption usually is that it's dry. But I mean, look at the flowers. It's acacia trees. It's a lot of greenery. Tell us about the area, you know, how big it is, phase 1 as well. And I know you're planning to get into phase 2.
Yeah. So Purple Dot is actually the largest commercial warehouse developer in Athi River with over 400 plus, you know, we say 4 million square feet of warehousing space. And so this was one of their first residential projects that they got into. We do have other projects. We have Alina residences, which are 3-bedroom apartments and 4-bedroom penthouses in Kilileshwa. We do have townhouses, Marigold residency that's coming up in Langata. Actually, we just broke ground last month, and we do have like a couple of other projects in the works. One thing that I know is that next year we're looking forward to break ground on our first commercial like office space project on Mangbasa Road as well.
Okay. So for instance, for somebody who hasn't heard about Serene Park before, maybe they're watching this and wondering, oh wow, that's a beautiful property, what would you tell them?
Well, I mean, Serene Park is beautiful because, one, the location. I think it's a beautiful location. We're very clear about the kind of community that we're building here, and we see that with the kind of residents that we have so far. So the thing that I would tell anybody that's interested in the project would be that if you're looking for a home where you actually want to bring up your family, and you want to bring up your family in a way that is more traditional, is more, you know, away from the city hustle bustle kind of thing, then this is the place to be.
Right in front of the clubhouse. It's so beautiful. It's the perfect way to spend an evening. Tell me though, when somebody's you know, ready to buy a property, what kind of support will they get from you?
For investors, of course, I mean, if you're investing for rental income, the rental income is pretty good. So it's about 200K for a furnished villa. So depending on the financer, depending on how the investor wants to put in money, we can always look at putting in a certain amount and then having the rental income finance it. Of course, the occupation would always be upon completing the payment.
Correct.
And of course, with all the development that's coming up in this area, we're hoping that they're going to have an airport at some point. So there's the airport, and then, I mean, you know, the dual carriageway is almost done. So the access through road is really, really fast. I mean, it took you, what, 35, 40 minutes, maybe max. So it's really close. So it's very near to the city, but it's just far enough to not feel like you're in the city.
And that country, feel, but the house and the quality of the houses is, you know,
very urban.
Is very urban.